All right, Black Power family, you know what it is. It's the General Suten Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Got a lot of fly product for the kings and queens. Check me out. Got t-shirts, DVDs, classic. Baby, the original. Leave that blurry shit alone. Original. African jewelry, Kemetic jewelry, art, everything that you need. Check me out, KingSeti.com. Patreon, General Suten Seti, that exclusive shit that you just can't see on YouTube. Got all type of gadgets. Got the live stream on my Patreon for all my family. You see me live on Patreon doing my thing. So, and also GeneralSeti.com. You know what it is. Seti University. Got over 500 videos, over 100 different subjects. Go on there and get your mind blown. Seti University, GeneralSeti.com. Today, we're dealing with military cosmology. Just came off of Pharaoh's page around 5 o'clock. Jumped right on the General Seti page. Went in there and put in work on the Muslim and on the Jew and on the Christian. Put some work in on their ass. And now I'm over here, Suten Seti. Tonight we talking about military cosmology. You understand what I'm saying? Very, very powerful. Because the thing is, you know, as our people mapped the earth, they also mapped the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? Let me get something up here right quick. Okay, we're in the house. We're in the house. Military cosmology. Okay? Now, geography and cosmology is a divine marriage. You see what I'm saying? And the reason so is because, number one, for hundreds of thousands of years, you know, the compass of the ancient navigators on the oceans and on the seas used the stars. You understand what I'm saying? And so this was in the ancient days in which we used the stellar calendar, okay? And it could not be perfected until the exploration took place. You understand what I'm saying? When you get somewhere, you know what I'm saying, and you map the star, the only way you can map certain stars is to be in a specific place and location on the planet. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you can see the southern sky. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, you can't see the southern sky, not the whole of it. You might be able to see certain stars on the peripheral, you know, right there where, you know, is close to what they call, which I will show, the galactic equator. You know, just like the Earth got an equator, the galaxy got an equator, and it's split north and south. And if you're in a particular place, the globe, you can see them stars, and that's very significant. Oh man, good ass. God damn. You know what I'm saying? And that's very significant. And the reason why it's significant, because of mythology, a lot of spirituality is based on certain constellations, to certain stars. And the thing is, it's so pronounced in that spirituality. And then when you realize and somebody teach you that this constellation is in a certain area of the planet, and the peoples whose spiritual this star and this constellation is a part of hadn't even come up out of the damn cave yet. How the hell did they get that particular star, that particular constellation in a spiritual system? That's very clear. You understand what I'm saying? And so we got to deal with that. When we talking about the Africans were the first people that circumnavigated the globe. Went all the way around. And the proof is still there. Wherever you go, whether it be if you go into the furthest parts of East Asia, whether you go into the South Pacific, where you got Papua New Guinea, you see even in Australia, Tasmania, you see what I'm saying? The African was there. You know what I'm saying? The African was there. And so you can go all the way around, the whole planet, and especially the southern peripheral, the southern hemisphere, which we're going to be dealing with right here. We're dealing with the southern hemisphere is below the equator. It's below the equator. And so when you look at Africa, you see that Africa got a large land mass above the equator and below the equator. And that's very significant, which means that the African could master the northern and the southern sky. Whereas you talking about Europeans, and you understand what I'm saying? And, even so-called, South, what they call South America, which is still was first populated by African people. You understand what I'm saying? But it's obvious to see that it's not much of South Africa in the northern hemisphere. You got a little bit there, which is enough for them to see some things. But you can see that Africa goes all the way up past 30 north. You see what I'm saying? And goes beneath 30 south. You understand what I'm saying? So this is primarily the tropical zone. The 30 north to 30 south is primarily the tropical. Africa, the whole continent of Africa, damn near sit in the tropical zone. But, the fact is, once you understand the hemispheres of the earth, you can also get an understanding of the cosmic hemispheres. And I'm gonna go on down here and bring some things up. This right here. I'm gonna bring this on up. Right here. And I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna go to this too. So not only, as you see, this is facts. I want y'all to understand that this wasn't taught to you. You understand? That's why niggas cannot get out of, certain Christmas and shit. This, that, and the third. And see, people have, in their ignorance, they attach ancient Egypt to Christianity, saying in December 25th was the birth of Horus. You trying to superimpose African ideology on top of European ideology. You understand? You're trying to superimpose it without understanding, number one, that there is no winter in Africa. Number one. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't understand that when you come to the equator, the time flip. You understand what I'm saying? So when you come to December 25th in the northern hemisphere, December 25th, or better yet, the 21st, which is the solstice. Okay, December 21st, which is the solstice. But if you go below the equator, that's the summer solstice. Okay, that's clear. You understand what I'm saying? That's the summer solstice. So, even then, and so it's hard for me to believe that the Egyptians practiced the birth of Horus at the time of the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. You see what I'm saying? The Egyptians looked to the south, the southern sky. So when you go into their spirituality, the dominant constellations were from the southern sky, which means they look south. And that's why we always stated the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the ancestors of the Egyptians came from the south. When you look in their spiritual, they state that. You see what I'm saying? So not only do Africa have large land masses, because it's almost, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to bring that up too, so you can see. Matter of fact, this ain't the whole lecture right here. Let me get the whole lecture up here. Oh yeah, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. It is. This part up here. Let me bring it up. I want y'all to see how, how far that ain't just a little land mass. So when you look at Africa, I did this. From Alexandria, Egypt to Cape Town down in South Africa is 6,332 miles. Okay, 6,332 miles. Now, from Alexandria to Kampala is 3,200, and Kampala is right there on the equator. I'm taking it to the equator. Okay, Kampala, I think that's in Tanzania. Okay, 3,264. And then if you go from Nairobi, Kenya to Cape Town, that's 3,252 miles. So Africa is primarily split in half. You understand? Almost split in half. 3,200, almost split, almost evenly in half from the equator. As much in the north as much in the south. Now, this is also key about Africa, because we're dealing with, when you understand the celestial, anybody say they study in the stars. Okay, when you look at this is the earth. And so this is, when you look at the red line going around, that's the earth's equator. Now, this is the celestial in light blue around the earth. This is the celestial. So depending where you at on the planet, then that'll determine what stars you see. You see what I'm saying? And so, again, because our people came from the south, that their spirituality was based on constellations that's in the south. Nevertheless, because our people circumnavigated the whole globe. Circumnavigation means they went all the way around, that, different, as they set up colonies. They set up colonies wherever they went. That's why you got the Mesopotamian colony. You got the Naga Kushite, which later became the Hindu Indian civilization, going all the way into the South Pacific, Australia, Tasmania, Easter Island, Olmecs in South America, all the way around. And so each civilization set up university systems of astronomy and cosmology and charted the particular stars in that area. And that information was shared at the main university in Africa, which is in Egypt, Seti, which is in, today in Egypt is called Luxor. That was the main university system of all African civilization, culture, spirituality on the planet. So this is what gave the Africans such vast, even when you talk about the star Sirius, you see what I'm saying? And I had to explain to people how the Dogon knew of Sirius B. You understand? You got Sirius A, then you got Sirius B. And so Sirius A is visible to the eye at certain times of the year. Okay, it's visible. Okay, but behind Sirius A is another star that the European wasn't able to see damn near into the 80s with a telescope. But doing research down in Mali with the Dogon talked before they even saw the damn star. They disputed it was a star. And then finally, when they got the damn telescope, they saw the star, which verified it. You understand what I'm saying? They say, damn, how was these people able to see it? Well, it's easy when you've been on the planet for over millions of years, because if the earth is spinning around the sun, which is also spinning, so just like you see, there's a celestial sphere around the earth, with certain stars. But if the sun is spinning, even those stars will change because the sun got a celestial sphere. And as it spins on its cipher, it's moving, it's not staying the same. Okay, so if, say for instance, you on a circle and you on the sun's circle, and the earth is rotating, the earth is rotating around the sun. It takes it 365 days to do that. But the sun is also spinning around a greater sun. You understand what I'm saying? And it takes 25,000 years to get around the circle, the circumnavigational movement of the sun. So what happens if you break the circle down and you look at today where we're located? If I'm not mistaken, we're in the age of Aquarius. If I'm not mistaken, we're in the age of Aquarius. In 25,000 years, each zodiac is given something like 1,200 years. And you add the 12, that'll make it 24,000. And some people give it an extra 50 years, an extra 60 years. Some say it's close to 25,000. Okay, so now when you're looking at the circle, and if I draw the circle, I think I could do it on a piece of paper. Damn, where's my marker at? Let me get my marker, fam. I got my marker, fam. I got it. I'm gonna walk with you so y'all can understand this shit. This shit ain't as hard as you think. You know what I'm saying? It ain't as hard as you think. I'm gonna blow this shit up for you. Wait, let me come to me. So you can see what I'm saying. Okay, this is A. This is B. Okay. This is say for instance is the sun is here. Okay, and we going around. Well, no, let me do it better than that. Let me do it better than that. Okay, this is A. This is B. Okay, this is the Earth, and we going, and say for instance the sun is here. The sun is here. All right. So you can see. Now, I'm putting this up. This is the sun. This is Earth. This is the 25,000 year revolution of the sun. So you can see. But see, they don't want to tell you this because they didn't told you only been here for so many, and you was you been here about couple thousand. Before that, you was a monkey. So you ain't gonna get no credit for being here no less than the goddamn 100,000 years. So this is what I'm gonna put up. Okay, that's good. You can see it. All right, this is the sun in its 25,000 year revolution. This is its revolution. This is the earth going around its revolution, around the sun. But as the sun moves, on its 25,000 year revolution, the vantage point of what you gonna see out here. See, this is the galaxy. You understand what I'm saying? This is our galaxy. Okay? And so as you move, if you get over here, see, when you get over here, that spear I had up right there, see, what you gonna see in that spear gonna change. Hear me out. See, I don't play no motherfucking games, y'all. See, as you move around, so what you see in there gonna change as you move around here. So today, what I'm saying is, see, today, this is Earth, right there. And so you see Sirius A is in the front. But because it's so bright, you can't see it with the naked eye. You see what I'm saying? But now, when you get over here, see, you see, when you get way up here on that 25-year cycle, see that little point right there is the Earth. You see now, B is starting to become the front. You see down here, A is in the front. So you can easily see A, and it's so bright. But when you start to go, and then when you get up here, when you get all the way up there at the top right there, then B is not, which was the back, not the front. You see what I'm saying? And so they charting the whole 25,000 years. You see what I'm saying? That's why they can't fuck with us. No matter how you try to microwave, history and science, you can't. So that's why the Dogon was able and knew, because our ancestors did already went. And so imagine this, if we've been here, if you just say 1 million years, hold on. Divided by 25,000. That's 40. That means we've been around the great year, the 25,000 year revolution of the sun around its revolution, its diameter, circumference of reality. Okay? So that's 40 times if we've been here 1 million years. And if you say 2, that's 80. And so we had already, and not just Sirius B, but a whole lot of other constellations and stuff. And you ain't gonna, I don't give a fuck what you teach until you walked in that sphere, that zodiac sign of the 25,000 years, you don't know what's there. And so that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? And when you deny your ancient teachings that you've been here long, that explains that. Because ain't no way all that talking about, I'm not going with the fact that motherfuckers landed from no damn plane. I understand what they saying. That's philosophical theology, philosophical. And I'm all right with that, but I keep it where it belongs. The fact is, you understand, been around the great. That's the scientific understanding. And as we went around, we didn't casually go around. In order for us to know that, we had to been astronomers, not just floating. We was astronomers at that time, and that's another reason why they destroyed the great library of what they call Alexandria, because they knew. You understand what I'm saying? Unless the Africans told them and explained to them what it was, that shit was like, you understand what I'm saying? Some language from another damn world that they could not understand without the great teachers from Africa giving them the information. Okay, just that alone. That's facts. That's fact what I just showed you. We've been around the great year, and as we went around the circumnavigational movement of the sun, 25,000 years, we was able to, where Sirius A was in the front, on the other end of the circle, Sirius A would have been in the back. That's just facts. Okay, it would have been in the back. Sirius B would have been in the front, and you could see Sirius B with the naked eye. And they charted that. Then they came back around, and when that shows that when the Caucasoid came into any understanding about astronomy, that he was on this side of the sun's circumnavigational place of the revolution. If they was on the side of Sirius A, and they had never even seen Sirius B until they got the telescope, and even then it was by mistake. You see what I'm saying? Here, now let's step to it. Now, not only does Africa have large landmass, north and south, Africa is damn near the only continent in all hemispheres. Okay? We breaking this shit down. Because, if you go too far west, you understand what I'm saying? Even if you're in the south, say for you in the south west, this is southwest down here, it's certain stars you ain't gonna see in the southeast. You too far west, you ain't gonna see them. You know what I'm saying? It's speared down here. That, if you're over on this side, you're going to see these more so. If you're on this side, you're going to see the ones in the southwest more so. You see what I'm saying? So you see that Africa, and you using the Caucasoids, longitude and latitude, you understand? Because they started this shit at Greenwich, which is the central point, when in Africa, the pyramid was the central point. Okay? And so you see, when you cut it down the middle, you got, primarily all of West Africa, damn near from, I know all of Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, you understand what I'm saying? Senegal, all them is in the Western Hemisphere, northern Western Hemisphere. Okay? You see that up there. So this is Africa in the northern hemisphere. This is Africa in the western hemisphere. This is Africa in the southern hemisphere, and Africa in the western hemisphere. So Africa is in all no other continent has access to all the hemisphere. So that show you right there that Africa is the center of the planet. That's facts. So because we got schools of thought in all areas. You go into West Africa, we had the Mali, Songhai, Ghana, the Dogon, East Africa, North Africa. You had Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? You had Nubia. You understand what I'm saying? You had Ethiopia, Oxum. You go down in the southern hemisphere. You had the great Zimbabwe, Monomopata, and then you go into I did the southern. You go in the west, and so even in the west, that's including wait a minute. In Eastern Africa, I did that with the Egyptians, the Nubians, and the Oxumite, but even Zimbabwe is on the East Coast. You understand? It's just in the southern Eastern Hemisphere. So we got schools of great universities all over Africa that was doing the research. So no, and then you got Timbuktu. You understand? Masters of learning. So we mastered astronomy. Nobody could master though. You know, how the fuck, you know, we hear a lot of people talk about the Milky Way, and let's deal with that. Because let me go down here. Let me go all the way down here. I gotta break this shit down so y'all see this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Wait a minute, where is that at? This can't be everything. This can't be everything. You know what? Hold up. Okay, I see. I see. It's still over here. Let me bring this down. Let me bring this over here. So right here, what you're dealing with right here, let me take that on out of there. Let me take that King Seti on up out of there. Get on up out of there right now. Okay. Okay, now what you're doing, you're looking at the southern sky. You know what I'm saying? Even this shit they talking about Jesus was there, and when they talk about the cross, they talking about the Southern Cross. You know, I seen that shit on what was that, Zygos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about the Southern Cross. Then you talking about the Milky Way. See, that's in the southern sky. That's in the southern sky. The goddamn Caucasoid didn't get to the beginning of the Nile into the late 1800s. You understand? Then you hearing these motherfuckers talking about the Romans and the Greeks, and they didn't know nothing about, unless you had astronomers in the southern hemisphere, is no way you could have mapped the southern sky. Them motherfuckers was just coming out the cave around 0 AD, and that's why they started their calendar. Their calendar was still fucked up. If you go and watch the videos, they didn't tweak the goddamn calendar until the goddamn Gregorian calendar in the damn 1600s, damn near the 1700s. They was still on some, man, they was on the Julian calendar, and that motherfucker was all fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So they didn't even get the goddamn. So if your calendar fucked up, that means your astronomy is fucked up. That's facts. So you ain't gonna tell me you mastered no goddamn astronomy, especially in the southern hemisphere. You understand what I'm saying? At the time, y'all claim that the Romans and the Greeks and the Hebrews, that's a bunch of goddamn lies. So astronomy can be a nail in the cross for a lot of motherfuckers if you master that. You see what I'm saying? So when you look, you see right here, this is the Milky Way. You see what I'm saying? And so ancient Egypt, in its spirituality, said that the Nile, you understand, as it went, flowed from heaven. You understand? You got the earthly Nile, and then you got the celestial Nile. Now that's why the pharaohs had an ark on the side of the pyramid or they tomb, because in their death they would sail, you know, in spiritual form up the Nile and up to the spiritual Nile, which is the Milky Way, which is in the southern sky. That just show you that the Egyptian spirituality was oriented to the south. So ain't no nigga gonna tell me December 25th in the northern hemisphere had anything to do with Horus. See, they fucked up when they left because they want to make everything Christianity, Egypt. Oh, they didn't even know what the fuck they was doing. You understand what I'm saying? Just because they took a god, it don't mean they had the knowledge of the astronomy. So you see, even right there. Orion is in the southern sky. And so this is actually the pyramids. So going, the Milky Way and Orion is south. That's south. You know what I'm saying? So they look south. And so the pyramids was aligned to Orion's belt and the Milky Way right there. Now that's very, because what? When you dealing with Heru is nothing more than Nu. Now, let me break it down. Y'all might not know Nu. Nu, you got three goddesses, really the same goddess, but they different stages of existence. You got Aset, the Holy Mother, but she's the human form. She's the human form. Then you got Nu, who is the cosmic form. Okay? Nu gave birth to Ra. Isis gave birth to Horus, the sun, the S-O-N, who still and yet is the S-U-N, but Horus has a human representation. So you have Isis and Horus and then you have Ra and Nu, and Ra is the sun, and Nu is the cosmos, and then you got the zoomorphic form. Heru, which is Hathor, who is the zoomorphic form of Aset and Nu. So you got the human form, the zoomorphic form, and the cosmic form. Okay? Now in the zoomorphic form, you see what? The cow, which is what? A nourisher. You see what I'm saying? So in this, Heru or Hathor is the cosmic, and even though she's still representing Nu, you see the stars in her body. So she's the cosmic mother, black mother of the universe, the great nourisher, spiritual nourishment. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is and that's why it's called the Milky Way. Man, come on, man, because you got to understand that the Milky Way is how they design the body of Nu. Let me get with y'all niggas tonight. I don't play no games. I drop that shit down. Now, this is the actual southern sky right there. You see that? You see the arch? You see that? That's where the Masons get the royal arch from. But they don't want, but when you see that the Egyptians already had broken that science down. You understand? So that's of the southern sky in the body of Nu. You see what I'm saying? Her body is the damn Milky Way. Y'all niggas better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up. And so as the ark, you see the ark, as a rod traveled along the celestial Nile. You see what I'm saying? It's the Milky Way. And so you will see the sun going through the body of Nu and is resurrected the next day at what? At dawn. He's resurrected. So it's a daily resurrection. And so what man did, because he knew he was one with the universe, he took the resurrection story of the sun and it's applied his own soul, his own spirituality to what he saw in the cosmos. So just like the sun resurrected, we resurrected. You understand? In the netherworld. You understand what I'm saying? And so in essence, when a Pharaoh died, he became Ra. And so just like Ra, you see Ra traveling. Let me see if I got one where it shows Ra traveling on his. I got it right here. It ain't no problem. Anytime I had to show you, I don't want to just fucking, I want to show you what it looked like. I got so many damn lectures with shit spread all over. You know what I'm saying? Come on up. That goddamn lecture's so damn heavy, they don't even want to open up. Okay, here you go. I know where it's at. And that's why the sarcophagus was made out of gold, because gold is symbolic of the sun. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to drop that in because they've been be ready to They be ready to take it off. You know, they can't deal with the human body. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put that one on there. It's down. Wait a minute, fam. It's coming up. I need to drop that one in there too. There it is right there. Let me go on and drop. Let me drop both of these in. Let me drop both of these in because this gonna say something. It's gonna say something. And this is right. Okay. Boom. Put that one on in. Okay. Oh, I didn't drop. I dropped it in the other one. Let me put it on over here. Boom. Got so many up. I'm dropping them in the other, thinking I'm dropping it in the one on here. Now this is rock. And so you see, I got so many of them on here. You know, let me just copy that. No, that's all right. I'll just deal with it like that. I got an effect on this that it would keep going. So you see Ra right there on his arc. Okay, and he's traveling. Matter of fact, let me take this, copy this. And I'll just bring it over here. And so the Pharaoh would have his ship, like Khufu had his ship outside of his pyramid. His spirit would take the form of Ra, and he would sail back up into the celestial Nile to be one with. And it depends on what spirituality. In the first age of ancient Egypt, Ptah was the great god of creation. Then Osiris became the god of resurrection. And so, you know, the king would go in to be, you know, to take the Nile into the Milky Way. And right here is Orion to be one with Osiris, to be one with Osiris. So the whole spiritual system, Orion is Osiris. That's who it is. And then you got Sirius, which is right next to it, is Isis. So right there, the whole layout, Isis, Osiris, the Milky Way, the Southern Cross, all of that is in the southern sky. That's African cosmology, astronomy. Ain't no goddamn Caucasoid, even no consciousness, because, I mean, they ain't getting no goddamn consciousness damn near until after the damn 1700, when goddamn finally, you know, the Moors showed them a goddamn telescope and shit, this, that, and the third. Everything before that is mythology. They didn't have, if they did, their calendar would have been 100. They didn't have them motherfuckers was on the moon. They had 200 and some odd fucking days. They didn't get that shit right into the Gregorian calendar damn near in the 1700s. Stop your goddamn lying. You didn't know nothing about no damn machine or no note or significance. So that king went on up the Milky Way, and you see Orion right there to be one with Osiris and Isis. That's what they was doing. That's in their spirituality. Let me go on down here. And so you see right there, headed Ru is the holy cow, the Milky Way. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they call it the milk. What gives milk? The cow, the sacred cow. Got to wake up today. And so when the Hebrews, they show you, when they took over, they destroyed the golden calf. You understand what I'm saying? That let you know they didn't have no astronomy, because they couldn't go, but they didn't even have no respect for the woman, but they didn't see that it was so many other sciences. And so what a motherfucker do? This is how I'm going to tell y'all. This is how these stupid motherfuckers do. And I just got to say this up front. Whatever knowledge that they don't have, they vilify. So if they don't have the ability to carve in stone and carve like that, they vilify it, say, well, God said, don't make no carvings or this, that, and the third. Ain't no God said shit. They just felt like little crumbs under the God's feet. So anything that we could do better than them, they vilified. God said, don't write on the wall. God said, don't do this, don't do it. It was because they did not have the knowledge to do none of them. And so the knowledge that they did not have, they vilified it. Sick of this shit. Talking about God said, don't draw nothing. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. So again, when you seeing and Jacob's ladder, and this is the ladder, the stairway to heaven, because the king was placed in it. And like I said, at the time, this is Zozier, and I'm doing a video on Zozier. I'm not sure if it's on Suten Seti's page or General Seti's page, whichever one you can check. I got about 3 upcoming live stream on each page. So just hit reminders so you can be in there, because I'm pounding the ground on these motherfuckers. You ain't getting away from me. So when you hear somebody talking about the stairway to heaven, so this is what it is. This is the step pyramid. And so again, these is levels of spiritual enlightenment, and as the spirit moves from the dead level to the living perpendicular. You understand? Standing straight up. And so the soul would travel up the steps of the pyramid to become one with the great God Ptah, that was the God of the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no damn Jacob's ladder. This is Ozier's ladder. This is Imhotep's ladder. This is Ptah's ladder. The ladder to Ptah. So so that the spirit would be one with the God of the universe. Okay, we talking today. We talking today. You ain't getting away from me. So here's Khufu's ark. Okay, what a dead man going? It's a spiritual understanding. He has now become Ra. He is Ra. He's the anthropomorph. Just like I said, Isis is the human, and so the Horus, the Pharaoh, is symbolic of Horus. He's the Horus king. So he's the representation of God on earth. Sa-Ra, son of the sun. You see what I'm saying? And so each king was given his ark so that he would take his place as Ra, traveling along the celestial Nile to go up and be one with Osiris, Ptah. Wait a minute, where am I at? Ptah, or Ptah, depending on what the great god was. But eventually Osiris would become the eventual god of resurrection. So it didn't matter if Ra was the supreme god or not. You understand? You was going to be one with the great resurrection, king of resurrection, Osiris. You see what I'm saying? So proving there that, not, you can see the facts in the carvings, that these was not just, just any old representation. These was actual astronomical blueprints that have been laid out on the wall for hundreds of thousands of years. And this is why they destroy much of our artifacts. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know unless we give them the facts, they ain't gonna get it. Nah, this is again, I taught again that what? Buddha, Krishna, all of these are versions of Osiris. That's why when you look at Buddha, what you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now they'll change it, to fuck your science up. You understand what I'm saying? But the 7 Nagas is symbolic of the 7 stars of Orion's belt. And then if that ain't enough, we can see that you see that you see Buddha on the dead level. You understand what I'm saying? And you can see the Naga right above Osiris' head right there too. You see this King Cobra right above his forehead, nonetheless. So this is a serpentine mysticism in the Naga, Kushite, and Egypt. And Egypt is the house, the grand house, the grand lodge. Okay, nothing is greater than Egypt. Okay, and so here you see this is the story of cosmology and astronomy, where you see Shu as atmosphere. You understand what I'm saying? You see Shu as atmosphere, separating Earth from the heavens. You see what I'm saying? Separating Earth from the heavens. And of course, you see, this is the protractor, which we'll show you, that the Masons use. You understand what I'm saying? Right there. And you see on the protractor, you see the 90 degree. From 90, you see what they call the square. If you're talking about masonry and shit, the square, that's the right angle. That's a right angle, what you're looking at right there. And what does that? And you see right there at the bottom what you see? The sun, the rising sun. Where does the sun rise from? From the womb of Nu. It rises from the womb of Nu. You see it, and you can go see the matter of fact, it's right here. And you will see the sun rising from the womb of Nu. And so you see the sun down. And so when we talk about the right angle and what it means, Masons have taken the symbols of real Masons and made a philosophical understanding. So when they say to stand on the square, which is the right angle, and we understand that right is the root of righteousness. It means, and then when you understand that the square, wait a minute. Let me, I got to drop this shit, man. I got to open up this other motherfucking arm. Cause I can't do it like this. I got to go hard body. So people understand. You know what I'm saying? I got to drop it like this. So you understand. Where is that at? What? Hold on. What lecture? Hold up, family. I got so many damn lectures. What lecture did I have that in? What lecture was I using? Let me see. If I don't find it here, I'm gonna back out the game. Because it should be here. I don't know why it's not here. Wait a minute. Because when I bring something, I want you to see what I'm talking about. I don't want to, I want you to see it in real time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, say some shit and I don't put it up. Hold on, family. Let me see if it's in the Black Woman is God. It might be in the Black Woman is God. Hold on, y'all. That let you know I got to clean shit up. I got so much shit. You know what I'm saying? And when my mind spark, I might be in another lecture, and so it end up staying in a lecture, and it need to be brought over into this lecture, And so I'll be spending days and weeks just trying to clean up the knowledge. Here it is. I don't play no games. I don't play no games. I don't play no games. We right on time. What I tell you? Wait a minute. Well, you know what? Okay. So again, so you see, wait a minute, let me bring this up. Where's our set at? I need this. But I need the one with our set on there. I need the one with our set on there. I need the one with our set. But these two will do. These will do. Right here. Now you see in that because what? The right angle is nothing more than what? The throne. And I got many where you see the throne sitting upon Isis' head. So when you talk about the right angle, you talking about the throne. Okay? It's many symbolisms in that. So when you talk about the right angle, you talking about the throne. You see? And so You can't be a king unless given permission by the African god. Because the right angle, see, that's the symbolism that they hide. You see the right angle is there, right there inside of the throne. You see the right angle. It's there. And so this is the square in ancient Egypt. This is facts. You see what I'm saying? So they done stole a lot of these symbolism. This is an actual square. This ain't no damn. And so when you talk about sitting on the square, see when you look at the throne of the king, this is Imhotep. He's not the king, but he's the high priest. And so he's sitting on his square. He's sitting on the square. When you look at Osiris right there, you see right there, you see the square in there. He's sitting on the square, which is the right angle. That means he's ruling in righteousness. Righteousness. What is righteousness? That means he won with his woman. He understands, the divinity of his woman. He understands the protection and defense and the preservation and the prospering of his woman. That's how he's able to sit on that damn throne. And then you're talking about, again, the lap of the woman being the throne. See, I got to drop all that. I can't let motherfuckers, when I think I'm gonna let a nigga get away, here it is. Here it is. Here it is, nigga. Here it is. We ain't going nowhere. It need to be dropped all the time. I don't give a goddamn talking about Seti drop. I'm gonna drop it again until you dumb niggas learn. You understand what I'm saying? Until you goddamn learn, you need to get it over and over and over and over and over and goddamn over. You understand what I'm saying? So you see right there. You see who? That's our Set. You see the throne is on her head. So the throne is symbolic of the woman. You feel me? The throne is symbolic of the woman. So when we talk about the right angle, and we understand that the right angle is the throne, you understand? We understand in order to be a true king, one got to be right with his woman in all aspects of governing, and social living. And you see right here, what? The lap. The lap is symbolic of the square or the right angle, because the throne is only a mathematical or a symbol of government, which it is. And then you got the right angle, a mathematical symbol. All symbols got various meanings, but it goes back to the lap of mama, which is the throne. That's righteousness. That's the right angle. You understand what I'm saying? So when you understand that, and you motherfuckers out there, Masons and shit, you running off at your goddamn mouth. And this is still cosmology. This is still astronomy. This is still cosmology. Because we're going right back here, and you don't see all of that, because until you see this, see, you thinking I done lost left, but I didn't, motherfucker. I broke through a portal on your ass. And your ass was over here, and I shot your ass through that wormhole. And your ass ended up over here dealing with some science that needed to be dealt with. And so even though these are the greatest kings on earth, and you see them right there, that's him, that's King Pepe. Even though that's Horus, I'm going to use it. This King Pepe as a baby, young son of Set, and then you see him a full-grown man, no bigger than what he was, yet he's a king. But in respects of the Holy Mother, he'll never be bigger than the Holy Mother. That's what you got to understand, nigga. You trying to play a role you cannot play. You cannot play that role. Don't try. Be the king, nigga. Be the son, nigga. Be that. But even when it comes to any nigga that think he bigger than his mama, see, what niggas will do, they'll say, oh, I can't let no woman. Nigga, that's the whole, and we gonna bring it to the science. This the Holy Mother. This mom. Now how you feel? You bigger than your mama? You bigger than your mama? You bigger than your mama? Because they'll treat a woman, I say, well, goddamn, and then understand that everybody has a mama. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got a mama, dog. That woman you just is somebody's mama, or soon to be, one way or another. You see what I'm saying? And so when we understand the divinity of the Holy Mother and give her the respect and the defense and the protection and observation that is due her, then we will become the great king. We think by giving a woman that kind of, and you ain't giving a shit, nigga. You venerating that which is, whether you accept it or not. The fact that you on your motherfucking knees and when the cracker punk your bitch ass every time, you can't say shit but go cry in the corner like a hoe. But then you boss up on the woman and say, oh, I ain't doing this shit. I ain't, them niggas on worshiping women. Them niggas doing this, that. They trying to, nigga, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone because I'm going to go in so hard on the nigga that I don't even need to go no far. You understand what I'm saying? So we dealt with the cosmology, then we dealt into a greater, a deeper understanding of what it meant. You see what I'm saying? So again, when we talking about, the Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere, we dealing with cosmology, studying the star. You see on this side, you had on the Western side of Africa, of the continent, the Western Hemisphere, you had the great civilization of the Moors. You had Carthage. You had Mali. You had Songhai. You had Timbuktu. You had Ghana. You had Benin. So even in that small area, which is still greater than most countries on the planet, that ain't even though it looked, because Africa is so massive, and even this right here is a fucking colonial map. It still ain't showing you, and then on the east, northeast, you had Egypt, Nubia, Aksum, Punt. You had all them on the east. You had all this in the northwest. And then when you get down here in the southern, this was the homeland of the Nile Valley Africans. So, you had Zimbabwe, you had Mona Mopata, which was there before, the Zulus and so on and so forth. So in actuality, the area around the Great Lakes region being the area where they found the most ancient of African fossils, but we went south before we went north. So south, this area down here, Africans populated this area long before they went northeast or northwest. They went south. You see what I'm saying? And that's why so much of our spirituality is situated in the southern hemisphere. You see what I'm saying? Now, I seen this myself. This is at Dendera. This is at the temple of Dendera. To who? Ain't that something? Had a root. Even when you look at that, the processions of the constellations that they always showing, and I show that in a part two, because I didn't already did, a lot, and I don't want to blow motherfucking mind clean out their cranium with one video. This will be the last one. You understand? And so this is a calendar that we seen in Dendera. It's on the second floor in a small chapel. You see Newt was in the ceiling, and the wicked Romans and whoever went in there and chiseled her womb out with their filthy asses. Now, I have no respect for them. You understand what I'm saying? So what you see right here, you see 12 gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So there you got your 12 months. You understand what I'm saying? That's where you got your 12 months. You also got 12 hours in day. You got 12 hours in night. You see what I'm saying? 12 hours in day, 12 hours in night. And so 12 with, and each deity got 2 arms, that's 24. You understand what I'm saying? Which represent the hours of a day. 12 hours in the day, 12 hours in the night. And then, 24 all together. And then the 12 is also symbolic of the months of the year, which was 365. It was really 13, but 12 months of 30. And then you had a sacred month of 5 days where these were the birthdays of particular deities: Osiris, Isis, Set, Nephthys, and I think Horus the Elder. You see what I'm saying? And so within here, you see, many of the what later became, these is constellations also. You got to understand that these is constellations. And it'll take a greater time for me to connect. You see right there what later became look like a scorpion. You see what I'm saying? You see the goat with the fish tail. You see what I'm saying? Which probably later became, and I don't want to use, because when you break down that Roman Greek shit, them names, that's some sick shit going on with that. So I'm just saying what they took and plagiarized so that it would become what it is today. And so they didn't already broke down the 24 hour, the clock. They had water clocks. The obelisk was a clock. I can show you that. So they was the first to chart the 24-hour period of a day already. First to chart the 306, the calendar that they using today was first used in Egypt. The first nation with a solar 365-day solar calendar. Facts, okay? Save it. You can go talk that shit to somebody else. You will not talk it to me. This is military, not in the sense that, people, and then in that sense, because in order for you to go to war with anybody, you got to understand the ground, you got to understand the stars. And that's why when they go to calculating, they got to know what time of the year it is, what season it is. You understand what deities and what constellations is in play, because it brings omens of either victory or loss. So people is very, they very, alert when it comes to what time, that they go to war. Most nations ain't gonna go to war if it's winter time or, and so certain constellations and stars are prevalent in the winter. Some are more prevalent in the summer. And so that's when they chose. So cosmology and astronomy is a part of military. And so again, when you talk about I don't want you to stay in the star and without coming down and dealing with the geography, because that's a divine marriage. The reason why they was able to map the star is because they were circumnavigating the globe. And as they moved in all the areas of the planet, they moved in as priests and astronomers and of higher learning, mathematicians, architects. They didn't just go in whoop-de-whoop. And so they had all the shipping lanes that you see today already mapped out in the ancient world. We were already going into East Asia, into Australia. How the hell you think we got? And so they want to come up with this Pangea shit because that's the only way they can explain it. They don't want to get a fact that we were not like the Europeans and the Asians, and we didn't walk nowhere. We were already on ships because we needed ships within Africa, the physical body of Africa. This is where we mastered the ships because we had so many rivers and lakes in Africa. And this is how these great civilizations came, because we was moving resources up and down these rivers all across Africa. So we mastered the lakes and the rivers in Africa, and we mastered the waterways around Africa, the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, down Somalia, all down through the Channel of Mozambique, all around what they call the Cape, whatever the Cape that they call it, down there in South Africa, all the way around. And then when you get off into the monsoons, which took Africans into what you call the Persian Gulf, established in Mesopotamia, took the Africans direct. When you see, they're going to take you right to India, what they call India, establishing the Naga Kush civilization there going on. And so we use, and as we moving on the waters, we charting the stars. You understand what I'm saying? So that was one of the first calendars that we mastered, was the stellar calendar. Those stars could take us to various, you understand what I'm saying? Place, geographical locations on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? And we set up colonies there. You understand? Lighthouses and shit and this, that. And so we knew where we was going. That's a fact. And as, like I said, as we moved in, because the geography and building up this great empire from the water was so necessary, they had to map the stars to know where the fuck they was on the planet. So not only did they master longitude and latitude on the globe, they mastered longitude and latitude in the celestial sphere. Wait a minute. About to end this. Into the celestial sphere. Mastered those stars in every hemisphere, east, west, north, and south. They mastered the star, and not only mastered the celestial longitude and latitude, but in each zodiac house of the great year of 25,000 years. Boy, y'all niggas best to wake up. The gods and goddesses have returned. We know better now. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, African. You don't know the half. God damn, nigga, you don't know a quota of your great nigga. Wake up. Stay with me, family. I appreciate you being here today. I see family still coming in. You should have been here. I'm gonna be right back tomorrow. Got 2 hard videos. I might make a part 2 to this, because this is powerful. Y'all need to see. I love this one. You know, I love the cosmology because it takes you in all areas of thinking and knowledge and spirituality and mathematics and so on and so forth. So I might do a part 2 to this later on this week. So stay with me, family. Got them lined up. Go to my page, General Seti. Go to my page, Sarasun Seti. You will see that I got live streams already up there. Hit what's that they say? When you register and you want a notification, you hit that, and when I go live, God damn it, you won't miss a beat. All right, family. Respect to you. Stay strong. God damn it, the victory is ours. Black Power. You can shop at kingseti.com. Black Power.